It's confirmed. Rihanna is expecting her third child. But instead of a public celebration or a bold announcement, this news has been followed by something far more personal: tears. Not the joyful kind, real, quiet, private emotion. And it's caught people close to her off guard. Rihanna is known for her confidence, her control, and her calm under pressure. That's what's made her so magnetic all these years. So when someone like her starts pulling back, people notice. According to sources close to her, Rihanna recently received unexpected and difficult medical news during a prenatal appointment. No one is disclosing the exact details. And to be clear, they shouldn't. But those around her say the news was serious enough to change her entire mood and pace. Since then, she's been emotionally overwhelmed and more distant than usual. This wasn't the kind of pregnancy reveal the world is used to seeing from Rihanna. With her first two children, she was calm, glowing, and focused. But this time, something's different. Let's be honest, Rihanna has always been intensely private about her family life. She doesn't owe the public any details, and she's made that clear. But even behind closed doors, her inner circle is describing this pregnancy as heavy, not just physically, but emotionally. So what changed? In the days following the news, she's reportedly canceled multiple work commitments, delayed upcoming releases from Fenty, skipped out on events she was previously confirmed for, and perhaps most telling of all, she stopped making appearances altogether. It's not just about being low energy or taking precautions during pregnancy. People who know her well are saying she's feeling more pressure this time around than ever before. There's a lot going on, and this baby may have arrived in the middle of an already fragile situation. Let's talk about A$AP Rocky. The two have built what appeared to be a tight bond since they went public with their relationship. They've been photographed parenting together, walking hand in hand, traveling side by side. But lately things have been off. Whispers of tension have been circulating since late last year. Some point to Rocky's recent legal issues. Others say the tension goes deeper. Disagreements over family planning, lifestyle, and how to raise their kids. Insiders say that while Rihanna wanted to grow the family, she may not have expected it to happen this soon. And Rocky's reaction to the news reportedly wasn't what she hoped for. Not cold, but not warm either. Detached maybe, distracted. And that alone added to her emotional weight. That brings us to this moment. Rihanna, international icon, entrepreneur, mom, is standing at a crossroads. She's confirmed to be pregnant. She's dealing with health-related stress, and she may be carrying most of the emotional burden on her own. We're going to keep going in the next part with more on the relationship strain, what insiders are saying about her mental and physical health, and why this pregnancy is shaping up to be unlike any before. Absolutely. Here's part 2 of the full script, continuing from where we left off, with a natural, confident tone. This part focuses on the relationship strain and emotional context around Rihanna's third pregnancy. Behind closed doors, those who know Rihanna well have described this phase of her life as one of the most vulnerable they've ever seen her. And it's not just about the pregnancy itself. It's about what the pregnancy is exposing. Cracks in her relationship, fatigue from nonstop pressure, and fears that she's trying to manage quietly. There's no question that Rihanna loves her children deeply. That's never been up for debate. But going through a pregnancy while also navigating emotional disconnect at home, that's different and exhausting. Multiple sources have said that since she found out she was pregnant, she's been the one taking initiative, planning for the baby, checking in with doctors, and preparing emotionally. Rocky, while present physically, seems to be somewhere else mentally. Some say he's still caught up in his music career and court matters. Others say he simply doesn't realize how serious this is for Rihanna, not just physically, but emotionally and psychologically too. And that's part of what's wearing her down. She's used to being the anchor, the leader, but right now she doesn't want to be strong all the time. She doesn't want to be in control of every detail. She wants a partner who's equally invested. Not just someone who shows up, but someone who really shows care. At one point, a close friend allegedly confided that Rihanna was quietly heartbroken, not because of a big fight or betrayal, but because she felt emotionally alone in a moment when she needed to feel supported the most. One particularly tense moment happened reportedly after a medical appointment where Rihanna was advised to reduce stress immediately. She had asked Rocky to make changes in their schedule, pull back on certain commitments, and spend more time at home. But insiders say his response was lukewarm at best. He promised to try, but not much changed. It's the kind of slow disappointment that adds up. Not long after that, she started canceling things, events, photo shoots, internal meetings, and then she went quiet. No Instagram posts, no stories, no public appearances. Those around her say she's never been one. to hide from challenges, but this time it's different. This time, it feels like she's not just protecting her peace, she's protecting herself from breaking. She's been seen at least twice crying in her car, according to paparazzi who chose not to publish the photos. And friends say she's leaning heavily on her family, especially her mother, for emotional support. She's staying close to home. She's cut out non-essential interactions. And most telling of all, she stopped talking about Rocky in her day-to-day conversations. It's not a breakup, not officially, but it feels like a slow drift. And still, through all of this, she's preparing for a new life, a new baby, a third child who will join the family at a time that feels both overwhelming and uncertain. In the next part, we'll talk more about the doctor's warning, what exactly changed during her checkup, and why people close to Rihanna are now encouraging her to slow down more than ever before. Here's part 3 of the full script. This section focuses on the medical concerns, what Rihanna's facing physically and emotionally, and how it's affected her lifestyle and decisions. Rihanna's always been protective of her health, especially during her pregnancies. She's known to stay in close contact with her medical team and doesn't take risks. So when her doctor gave her a serious warning during a recent checkup, she took it to heart immediately. Sources say the tone of that appointment was different. This wasn't a routine check-in. Something came up that made the medical team concerned. Enough to advise her to reduce all forms of stress immediately. They told her plainly she needed to slow down, not just physically, but mentally and emotionally too. She was reportedly told to rest more, avoid flying, and even pause any non-essential business decisions. Rihanna didn't argue. She didn't resist. People around her say she went silent for a while after that. And then she made a decision. She cleared her calendar, meetings with designers postponed, brand rollouts for Fenty delayed. She even quietly stepped back from music studio sessions she'd already booked. There's no dramatic public announcement, no press release. She just stopped showing up to things that didn't absolutely need her. For someone who's always been known for juggling 10 things at once, this shift felt huge. And yet the stress hasn't completely gone away. Emotionally, the weight is still there. Because even though she's trying to give her body what it needs, she's still grappling with everything happening behind the scenes. A complicated relationship, a third pregnancy, and now a pregnancy that comes with higher risk than her previous. The two. According to someone in her circle, this has forced Rihanna to really think differently about what matters most. And it's starting to reflect in her choices. She's been spending more time in Barbados near her family. Her mom has reportedly been helping with the boys and staying close to Rihanna during this time. She's also begun speaking with wellness advisors, not just for physical health, but emotional grounding too. Things like meditation, prenatal therapy, and energy work. It's worth noting that Rihanna's never been one to follow trends blindly. If she's leaning into this kind of support now, it means she's feeling something real. One close friend described her current state like this: she's not panicked, but she's deeply aware that this pregnancy isn't like the last two. Her whole energy has shifted. Fans have picked up on it too. Many noticed that she stopped posting personal photos. Others say her energy in recent videos feels tired, distracted, and they're not wrong. And if you ask the people who really know her, they'll tell you Rihanna's not breaking. She's just choosing to bend, to adapt, to take care of herself in a way the world rarely sees. And in doing so, she's reminding everyone that strength isn't about holding it all together. Sometimes it's about knowing when to let go. So what do you think? Will this be a turning point for Rihanna? Is she headed for a new era, one where peace matters more than performance? Let us know in the comments. Make sure you like this video if you made it this far, subscribe for more deep dives, and share this with someone who's been following her journey. Thanks for watching, and whatever comes next for Rihanna, one thing's for sure, she's putting her heart first. Finally, it's confirmed. Rihanna is expecting her third child. But instead of a public celebration or a bold announcement, this news has been followed by something